Alrighty, good morning, my friends. My name is Liz, and I am here this morning to host Inspirational Thursday. And today I'm going to be doing some hopefully quick and colorful cards using the Aall and Create March release. So in front of me, I have their brand new little paper collection. I have these gorgeous leaves. Now they do have the fall time-worn leaves, which are more fall colors, and then they also have a beautiful package, like vivid, bright, like rainbow colors. I was so tempted to work with those today, but I decided to go for these instead. And then lastly, I will be working with the Furry Forest die. Now, we did just happen to sell out of this one, but there is a very similar one that they released. It is called Woodsy Vibes, and it has lots of leaves and all kinds of beautiful components as well. So let's just share this really quickly. So you get this beautiful sort of birch tree frame, as well as some different foliage. You get 2 little foxes or wolves and 3 sets of mushrooms, so 11 dies in total. And they cut like butter. They're really fun to work with. Big fan. So I did a little bit of prep work ahead of time this morning, just because I didn't want to be die cutting with you guys on camera. So yeah, without any further ado, we're just going to hop right into things. Essentially, we're just going to be using pretty paper, leaves, and some dies to create some really quick and easy, but gorgeous card fronts. Or that's the goal anyway. So before we hop into things, here's a sneak peek of all of the different papers in the paper pad. But as promised during an unboxing, I did say I was going to share them with you. Now this one, I did pre-cut a little bit. So really gorgeous sort of blues and oranges. And I made this cute little card panel. I want to play around with him, I think, at some point. So I'm going to set him aside. And I actually did cut him using this like inside frame die in this package. Does that make sense? Hopefully. And then we have this beautiful background here. So it's got greens and oranges. The reverse is also nice and a little bit more muted. But my understanding is the creator sort of wants to experiment and make different mixed media backgrounds for those of us who are not comfortable with doing so ourselves. So that was kind of the goal for this collection. Look at that. It's got like beautiful sort of text and graphic style. So this one says things like art, love, live, life, inspiration. I love the colors on this particular page. It's got pinks, blues, purples. And again, it says things like art, love, ambitious, silver lining. This one is beautiful. It's nice and cheery and bright. And again, the back is a little bit more understated, but still awesome to play with and makes a great background for all kinds of things. This one is beautiful as well. These would be really cute for like journaling. But today we're going to do a little bit of, I don't know yet, with them. Richard would love this one with the blues, golden heart, dream, creative, wonder, life, vault. And then last but not least, we have this page. So, I mean, these alone would make gorgeous card fronts. All you have to do is cut them in half and you're set to go. So I'm going to set these aside for the time being. Actually, no, I'm going to pick one. We're going to pick one and we're going to work with it. So I'm not fully sure which one I want to create with offhand, but that's okay. They're all so pretty, and I'm not sure if I want to use the front or the back. It's hard choosing. Okay, I think I'm going to go with this one. It's like not too bright, kind of understated, but let's give it a go. So this is going to be my first background. One thing I did do ahead of time is I actually used the die and I cut out some of these like birch tree frames. So I think I'm going to use this as a background. We're just going to cut it to the size of this birch tree frame for our first card front. And then we're going to color the birch tree frame and start tucking leaves in and see where that takes us. So let's do it. I'm going to grab my paper trimmer. And you can save any scraps that are left over and use them for like other projects, which is great because it's such pretty paper. So here we go. I want to leave a bit of a border along the top, bottom, and sides because I just think I should. Don't ask me why. So I'm going to save this strip for later. And I wanted to keep the word inspiration because I think it's cool. We're doing this for Inspirational Thursday, so why not? So again, just going to cut it so that I have a bit of a border. Cool. And I'm going to set this piece off to the side as well. So now we're starting something. Alright, next thing I think I want to do is actually start coloring these birch tree components. Now I did go ahead earlier and I cut one out using the pretty pattern paper, but we're going to save him for later. I also went ahead and I cut it in black because I wanted to see what that would look like, and I think it's gorgeous as well, so we're probably going to play around with that too. And then I also have this like inside piece from when I cut the birch tree out. So we got lots of pieces to play with, but we're going to start off with this beautiful sort of white one, and we're just going to color it ourselves. So I have some little ink pads here. These are the Studio Light water-based ink pads, but they're really fun. So on my glass mat, I'm just going to apply some colors randomly. I have no idea how this is going to turn out, but that's part of the fun. So far I have yellow, orange, brown. I think I want to try to incorporate maybe a little smidge of green in here. I also have blue. Maybe we'll do a little tiny bit of blue. We'll do some green. And I'm just going to mist this down and essentially just like rub my white cardstock all over it. So we'll see. We'll see how this goes. Alrighty. A little bit more browns. Different color brown though. And I think I'm okay to mist and swish. Okay, so I'm just using a mini mister. You can use a regular size mister as well. And now I'm just going to start picking up color. So already I like where this is going. So it's really fun. It's just like very experimental today. No set goal. I guess the goal is just to make a pretty card. Maybe a couple pretty cards, because these are so quick and easy. So again, I'm just moving things around, picking up various color. Whoop. And I'm just using Nina cardstock for this. You could definitely do this using like a watercolor cardstock, and you probably get good results that way. But I'm not getting it too saturated, so I think Nina will work just fine. I am going to mist it one more time just to loosen up some of these colors that don't want to get picked up. Alright. And then I think I'm going to quit while I'm ahead. Look at that! So now we have this really funky, colorful sort of birch tree piece that we just created all willy-nilly. I'm going to start by just gluing that onto my page. And then we're going to use these leaves and tuck them in, and voila, a card. A card was born. I'm not going to go too heavy on the glue right now. I can always add more once my pieces are kind of tucked in place, and I love the positioning of them. But for the time being, this gives us a rough idea. So here's our card front. Now for the fun part, we get to open up these leaves and check out what we are working with. I've been dying to see what's inside this pack. Again, I like pivoted and went for like these fall sort of colors last minute. Instead of the bright ones. And I think so far, no regrets. No, that's too big. So yeah, I'm just gonna like fiddle around with placement and kind of have fun with it. I want to save some leaves for some other cards, so I'm gonna try not to get too carried away. I feel like maybe one more won't hurt, right? I did cover up there the word inspiration. Maybe if I shuffle that. Oh no. There! Okay, no, I still don't love this leaf. So, ooh, there's this beautiful red one, but it doesn't go with the vibe that we created. Maybe this one. Okay, so set my leaves off to the side here. Now I'm just going to start adhering them to my card front. And just like that, we created a really simple, easy, gorgeous card front. Quick and easy. I love this collection. So another thing you could do is you could actually take some of the shapes that we that are in the die cut package, and you could color them. Similar method, just stamping and swooshing. So I went ahead and I made a fox, a mushroom, and some leaves. Maybe I'll tuck the fox on our card as well. Why not? So now I'm going to add some more glue to these. I'm just going to tuck them in accordingly. Again, I want to keep that word inspiration centered because that's what today is all about. And I feel like that's what this collection is truly about. They did a great job. I mean, they always have like fun stuff, but I don't often get a chance to play with Aall and create, and I'm a big fan, so I'm excited to do this with you guys today. Let's see. Can I get this stem in here? Or did my glue start drying on me? Started drying, that's okay. Boo. There we go. Maybe I'll put my fox down here. You can use pop dots to add a bit of dimension as well when you go to place your leaves. I think on this first one, I'm just going to keep them pretty flat and standard. There, it's my little fox hiding in the corner here. And last but not least, we're going to do these brown leaves. Maybe. I always like to bang my glue to get it going. But sometimes my mom or the dog will be like, someone's at the door. I'm like, nope, just me again. All right. And I think there we have our first little card front. So really quick and easy. You can experiment with all kinds of different colors and placement. But yeah, simple, effective. And I'm going to set this off to the side. I'll post a finished photo of the various things we create today. Let's see. Do we want to do another one? I think we do. So for this one, I'm going to use this background, but this time I'm going to play around with these black sort of birch trees. And I think I'm going to like do a sideways card this time. So, grab my paper trimmer. And then for this one, I'm just going to cut this roughly in half. Yes, I feel good about this. Just eyeballing what half looks like to me. Might be a little off, that's okay. So here's our background for this next one. And then this time, we're going to use the black birch trees. Now I did break this one when I was taking it out, and I didn't have enough time to cut another, but that's okay. We're just going to embellish over the little open space. And I like using glue because it does give me that wiggle room to like hopefully shift and tuck my pieces. Look at that, it doesn't even want to stay. Okay, so here is my next potential card front. And like I said, you can actually experiment with pop dots as well. So I'm probably going to try to incorporate some for this card. So you tuck this guy in here. Grab myself some pop dots. I think this leaf I'm going to pop in the corner. Off in the side here. Yes, okay. Then I think I need something for this corner to hide my boo-boos. So there's that, but I think that's too large. Maybe this guy. And again, I'm going to use a pop dot for him. And that will hopefully cover everything and no one will be any the wiser. So again, I'm just going to use some glue. Now that I'm happy with my placements, I'm okay to start fastening things down a little more stably than I did a minute ago. I'm using Dries Clear for the serious fastening. I love this glue. It dries clear and also a little bit goes a long way. There we go. So now we have quick and easy card front number 2. Look, we're creating a theme. So you could even do like a basket full of cards with sort of an earthy vibe to them, and that would be really cool. For my next trick, why don't we use this other background here, and I'm going to use the trees that I pre-cut earlier, and we're going to like zhuzh something up that way. But before I do that, I feel like these need a bit more color, so I'm just going to swipe some extra ink onto them. They feel like they're like, this one's a little too gray for my liking. So you can even just incorporate color just by like smushing ink on it. You don't have to get your cardstock wet necessarily. But now, I feel like that's a bit more colorful, and it's just going to make this pop. Now, I'm not sure if I want to do it on the gray side, or if I want to do more of this, like, wordy vibe. I think I want to go for more of the words, because I absolutely love them. So, I'm just going to get some adhesive on them. So we can do a rough tack down. So yeah, you could really stretch your paper out depending on how you cut it, and make so many cards with this technique. There we go. Card front number 3 is in the works. Okay, for this one, I see a lot of green, so I know I definitely want to pick up that green vibe. Maybe I'll use one of my funky handmade leaves. Tuck him in there, why not? And then maybe go for something like that. Again, the hard part is not getting carried away with things, which I am notorious for. But I feel like it's missing something, so I'm going to add another leaf somewhere. No. Let's see. Ooh. This little bit here. Yes. The little bit wins. Okay. So again, once you're happy with your leaves, all you have to do is add some more color. Now I see 0 people watching, so I don't know if something's wrong with my audio or if people are just not feeling it. Hopefully everything is recording and working well. I see no comments either, so I don't know. I don't know, guys. If you're watching this on replay, hopefully it's working for you. There we go. And lastly, we'll just glue this little bit off in the corner, like so. Beautiful. There's number 3. Number 3. Okay, and then for my last trick, I feel like we're gonna do sort of the opposite, and we're gonna take this like center cutout piece, and we're gonna embellish it and stick it on a card with a white sort of background. Now I'm not sure if I want to play around with the colorful side or if I want to kind of go neutral on this one. But my gut tells me let's be different and let's go like a little bit more neutral. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna start by popping this little guy off to the side here. Cool. Maybe have him on here as well. Yes. And again, I'll post like my final cards afterwards, just so you guys can see. That's dramatic. I'm not mad at it. Why not? And then maybe to pick up on the red, I'm going to have my little mushroom in the corner. Beautiful. And then using a stamp, I would probably stamp a sentiment or a die off in this blank space. So I'm going to leave that for the time being. And you can create so many more cards. Like, look at all the extra components I have left over. But yeah, I thought I had enough to like showcase a couple different ways to play around with this particular release. And I hope you guys feel inspired and feel creative. And if you want to try something different, Aall and Create definitely makes that easy because they have beautiful, beautiful products to work with, a lot of fun to play around with, and really, at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. So have fun, have a beautiful weekend, and I will see you all next time. Oh, Carol says you can hear me. Yay. Okay, perfect. So I was getting nervous. Yeah, but on that note, have a fabulous weekend. I hope you enjoyed. I will post these after, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.